Sorry it took so long. Alright, let's check out this Dragon Balooza by Dungeon Soup.
Another
Oh, don't mind me too, because I'm having my dinner as well.
pathetic adventurer, come to steal my gold. Do you know how many cities I've razed to the ground to procure my hoard? How many so-called heroes I've burnt to a crisp? What makes you think you stand any chance against my might?
Well, for one, I'm not here for your gold.
You're not? Ah, then you must have come to rescue the princess.
Please free me, hero!
Did the king send you? He can have his precious daughter back once he coughs up 1,000,000 pieces of gold.
Maybe the king did send me.
As I thought.
Or maybe I'm here for those scaly orbs betwixt your legs.
What?
Legends foretell that whosoever collects 7 Dragon Balls shall be granted any wish they desire.
I don't think that's true.
2 more, and I get my wish.
Oh God, are those real? Ew, you're a fucking sicko, you know that? I'm a fool to thrive. I'm the most powerful of all dragons. My claws are spears. My wings a hurricane.
You really like gold, huh?
Obviously.
I can give you gold.
You can? Where are you hiding? Get off me! What's that? It cannot be! The legends are true!
I wish this dragon can have all the gold he can hold.
Oh, really? Thanks, man. In his bowels. My what? Oh, no. No,
Aw.
My God, I don't believe it. You actually rescued my daughter in time for her birthday. And you captured the dragon as prisoner? Well, actually, I had something else in mind. Oh?
Aw.
New Dark Fantasy Collection available now on the Dungeon Soup store, featuring gritty artwork of your favorite characters, hand-drawn by myself and Mrs. Soup. High on autism, so you know they're good. Get yours today with the link down below. Goodbye.
High on autism. I watched that already. Alright, let's check out these guys.
Catcalling? Not specifically but like flirting. Can we bring back catcalling? Not specifically but like flirting.
Nope.
Can we bring back catcalling?
Nope.
Not specifically but
Never
like
again.
flirting. Men don't do it anymore. And I noticed this because they don't walk up to bars.
Yeah, because of the Me Too movement that all men... Because the feminists too saying men are trash. They're saying most men are trash, except for the top 10%. A lot of men are toxic, predators, no good, obsolete, that we're pigs, chauvinistic pigs, so whatever. Yeah, we don't do... Well, not every single one of us, but a lot of us don't do that anymore. We don't catcall, we don't flirt. Yeah, we just mind our own business, do our own thing. And for some of us, we go our own way. Yep.
And they don't flirt, like at the gym, anywhere. Men don't walk up to anyone anywhere. But they don't even catcall. Like the creepy men who used to catcall don't even do that anymore. Men have gotten afraid to talk to women.
Wonder why.
I'm not saying I need a man to catcall me, but a confidence boost every once in a while won't do me any harm.
There's just a way they talk. There's just a way they present themselves that comes off really dumb and ditzy
And obnoxious.
and bimbo-ish. What are you talking about? Bring back catcalling. You want to be catcalled? Just the way you're speaking. Oh, let's...
Let me get offended by you catcalling me at least.
Nope.
What?
Let me get offended by you catcalling me at least.
She wants to be able to get offended by your catcalling. I mean, at the least. It's the least she can do.
I walked through construction sites today and Like, nothing. Not even like a honk from a car. Like, not saying let's be creepy, but like maybe let's be a little creepy and like bring some confidence back a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and so here's the thing. This video got a lot of backlash, a lot of guys in the comments letting her know, like, why guys aren't, I guess, approaching as much as she would like them to, or why guys won't catcall her, apparently. You know, they're letting her have it. And naturally, she goes on to make some more videos on her TikTok, kind of walking it back. So, oh, I was just joking and whatnot. But here's the thing that some of you guys need to understand. This is just a woman who candidly, you know, just opened up her camera and started yapping, started using words to try to express her emotions and feelings. And clearly it manifested as a bunch of just nonsense. Let me be offended at least by you catcalling me. And then she says, like, it doesn't have to be creepy, but then also maybe be a little bit creepy. It's just silly. And then at the end there, I don't know if you caught it, but there's some shaming.
Like, not saying let's be creepy, but like maybe let's be a little creepy and like bring some confidence back a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I say videos like those, don't even bother responding to those stupid videos. Because these women, they'll make it seem like they want something, then they'll say after, oh no, I was just joking. Oh no, I was just doing it for a video as a parody and all bullshit like that. Don't even respond to those kind of videos. They're so stupid.
So, I guess I'm not sure. Is she saying your catcalling will bring back a little bit of my confidence, or is she saying be more confident, men? Stop being so weak and insecure and scared of women? I think that's actually what she meant. And start approaching us, start talking to us, start making the first move. Bring back traditional masculinity and be a man and sweep me off my feet. Take the initiative, make the first move, come up to me, talk to me, yada yada. That's what she means.
As if they're deserving, yeah.
And so what she's doing is she's insulting you. She's taking some jabs in an attempt to shame you into doing what she wants you to do.
Yep.
And it's clearly manipulative. And
Yeah, but that's why I say don't respond to those dumb kind of videos. Like, don't bother commenting on it. Don't give it a like. Don't dislike it. Just ignore it. Ignore it.
And that's just kind of what so many of these women do is they shame you into acting how they want. And clearly that's what's going on here. So here's the thing. This is how it works. Woman gets upset with male behavior, decides, I don't think this is how I want it to go. And so she shames them. And then, unfortunately, a lot of men comply and they conform to the behavior that any specific woman says she approves of. And that man conforms, and she gives him fake masculinity points, gives you the stamp of approval, you're a real man. Just gave you the stamp of real manhood. Are you happy now? And she pats you on the little head, and he says, yes, I am, because I'm a real man. And then society crumbles. Welcome to Western civilization. A man complies to a woman's ever-changing wants and needs. He says, yes, dear, yes, dear. Oh, this is what you want. Got it. Oh, this is the direction we're going to move towards. Okay, got it. And then she turns around and says, actually, I don't want that. What are you doing? Change. And it's just, this is what happens. This is what happens when you conform to the expectations of women. And so you really need to start, and I think you probably already know, maybe there's some different people, new people listening, but you just sometimes you got to let the things they say go in one ear, out the other, and say, yes, yeah, okay, woman, you say that, you believe that, but go over there with it, and I'm not really going to listen. And, you can call me a sexist, but honestly, if more men did that, I believe the Western world would look a lot better than it does now. That and them not being involved in politics, period, would be great.
Oh, yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not where we're at. But clearly, she's just fishing for compliments.
Yep.
She's fishing for compliments. Validation is a little bit low. What's funny is, like, you're the one who clearly is lacking confidence, because you're saying you want these men to catcall you and go up to you and talk to you so it can give you a confidence boost. She literally said that. So she's the one truly lacking confidence here. But you know, saying catcall me and let me be offended is crazy. Honestly, you're just you're just mentally broken. This chair, I hate this chair so much. I sink in it. It's destroying my back. Fuck. I ordered a new one, but it's terrible. It's the worst chair I've ever had. My back is in pain. It's been in pain for so long now. Anyways.
Yeah. He needs to see a chiropractor. They work. I've seen one. My friend's seen one. My stepdad's seen one. My mom's seen one. My brother. Yeah. They work, yeah.
Yeah, I ordered a new chair. It should be here soon. But this chair, I just suck. It's so bad. It's so bad. But I guess we'll get back to her. But like I said, you know, this is a candid moment. This is just another one of these female rants that is out of touch and clearly entitled. She feels entitled to a man's compliments, entitled to a man's approach. And so for all the people saying like
Entitled to a man's attention. Entitled to a man's what else? His attention, his approach, his time, basically. She feels entitled to his time, his tentativeness, you know, attention, all that crap. Yeah. She's not worth it though. She's definitely not worth it.
like, oh yeah, this is rage bait. She's just messing around or whatever. No, you've got it twisted. This is just another one of those moments where a woman opens up the front camera in a very candid moment. I don't know where she is even. It seems like this is literally just genuinely off the top of her head. This is how she's feeling. And so she opens up the camera and starts yapping. And you know how I know this is real is because she really didn't say much. It's just, this is a woman trying to express her feelings and emotions through words, and it just comes out contradictory and not making much sense. Truly. So the thing is, so many of these women will do everything just except start a conversation themselves. Just, guys don't come up to me in a bar. They don't initiate conversations. They don't talk to me in the gym. Look, if you feel so strongly about it, just go do it yourself. Go talk to the dude. My God, just go talk to the guy. But you know, she's not going to do that, of course. She's not going to do that because here's the thing. There's a reason strangers randomly approaching other strangers has never really been a top way that couples have been formed. Mm-hmm. But yet so many women like her will come online and they will refer to a time. They'll say, why don't guys approach anymore? Why don't guys do cold approaches anymore? Mm-hmm. What time are you referring to exactly? This has never been a top way couples have been created. Not even like the top 5. These women are out of touch. Mm-hmm. They're out of touch, truly. And I'm not saying like guys never approached women. That's not like some sort of thing that ever happened. But usually it's like they touch base over an extended period of time. Like, oh, I see you once in this class, and then throughout the year I see you again, and I see you over and over, or at work or whatever, or in some setting where you have the ability to run into this person on multiple occasions, and then eventually, you know, a conversation happens. But these women think that the norm is just guy approaches you in the grocery store, first time he ever sees you because you're so beautiful, and he comes over, sweeps you off your feet, you guys live happily ever after. That is literally what these women think should be happening.
Yeah.
And it's just really not how it goes.
Yeah, that's fucked up. In Canada, that happens here too. Like, I mean, the expectation of women to find something at a grocery store, it's so fucked up. Like, I was going grocery shopping, it's happened to me a few times. Let's see, I think it was before COVID in 2017, I think, or 2016. I was going grocery shopping, you know, getting my stuff for the month, my food and whatever, toilet paper, you know, all that jazz, all that shit. And I was going around. I felt like having cookies, you know, because I wanted cookies. I hadn't had cookies for a few weeks. And I was like, I crave cookies, man. So I was gonna grab a small bag, the cheap kind, not the name brand, but you know, like the fucking $2 cookie or something, cookies, whatever. Yeah. So anyways, I was going in the area in the aisle, whatnot, looking for cheap cookies, chocolate chip, and then and this woman comes along. She's alright. She's not like really bad or like a. She's not like an ugly woman or a very woman that looks like a model, but she looks alright. She's like if I'd say a rate her, I'd say she was like a 6. Yeah, about 6. She looked nice in the eyes, you know, and she had a nice body, nice tits, nice ass, you know. Yeah, she looked pretty nice, and she was wearing those things that they always wear all the time, those leggings, which really emphasized her ass. And she had like a regular, what do you call it, those, not what she's wearing right here, but those fleece tops. That's kind of like a hoodie, but not a hoodie. But it's kind of short, so it goes just above her leggings a little bit, but shows her ass. But anyways, yeah, I was looking around for chocolate chips, and I hear it behind me. Excuse me. I was like, huh? I look. Yeah. I said to her, and she's like, "Can I?" No, not can I? But she basically asked where the toilet paper was, and I already had toilet paper in my cart. And I said, "Oh yeah, it's that over there." Okay, so she goes over there, and then, okay, yeah, ticks off, whatever. Got my cookies, and and I was gonna head to the checkout, and then she came to me again. Excuse me. And she started asking about the cookies and whatnot. She's like, "Oh, are those good cookies?" And I was like, no, I just got them. Like, they're cheap cookies. I don't know. But I just feel like having chocolate cookies. Oh, okay, that's nice." And then she's like, she starts talking, saying, "Oh, yeah, I come here once in a while." And then she's like, asking me how much I come there to that place to go grocery shopping. I'm like, I don't know, once in a while, I guess, like, blah, blah. And she asked, "Oh, yeah, what is she like getting here?" And I was like, okay, it's getting kind of weird. I was thinking, like, she's asking a bunch of questions. I was like, and then I just told her, excuse me, I gotta go. You know, I want to get going home. And she's like, oh, okay. And she was kind of disappointed, but I didn't care. Fuck, I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. I want to get back home. So I just told her I went back home. Yeah. So I think she was interested in me, and she was trying to get to know me better or some shit. I don't know. Trying to start in her head that fantasy where she meets a guy at a grocery store, I guess. And that's what I'm guessing was happening. Anyways, and another time it happened, what was it, around, either near the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024. Yeah, around there somewhere, yeah. I think it was like either, because I knew it was wintertime still, but I know it wasn't spring yet, so it was around there somewhere, in between there, wintertime. Going grocery shopping, and this time I was at a different place. I went to a different one. And I was going around and checking out different things. I wanted to get myself, you know, something quick to eat. So I was gonna get macaroni and some hamburger. There you go, hamburger and macaroni, good enough. Oh, and onions, yeah. So I went to get the onions, and I went to get the meat, and I was looking around for a craft dinner. And this lady comes to me, and from behind, always from behind for some reason. I never asked her for the front. She's like, "Excuse me." I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "Oh." She asked me, where'd you get that hamburger there? I was like, "Oh, it's back there where the meat." And she's like, "Okay." And I was going to take off. She's like, "Oh, wait, is that aisle?" "No, it's just right over there where the meat." She's like, "Oh, okay." So I was going to head to the checkout. And just as I was heading down to the checkout, she went down about 4 aisles in front of me just so she could meet me. And she's like, "Hey." She's like, "Oh, so what kind of supper are you making tonight?" And I was like, "Oh, just what you see here. Onions, hamburger, macaroni, good enough." And she started laughing a little bit. She's like, "Oh, that's it?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty much all I need. Good enough." So she's laughing. "Oh, okay." And then she started asking me, "Do you come here often?" I was like, "Once in a while." Like, I don't know. Well, anyways, I got going. And she's like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, I wasn't gonna fucking play into her fucking fantasy. Fuck that. And again, she was like, well, she was alright. Like, she didn't have much of, like, she had some ass, but not as much ass as the other one. Her boobs were about the same size. Like, I don't know, like, Maybe what size is that? Well, a little bit bigger than this lady's for sure. A little bit bigger than those. I'd say I'd say she was like between a 5 and a 6, maybe even a 5. She was okay. But yeah, I wasn't gonna play that stupid fantasy, so I just took off. Went to go pay for my shit, took off, and now I go to a different grocery store. And since then, no other lady has tried to do that thing. Excuse me, do you know where this is? And all that other bullshit. So yeah. Anyways, I'm fucking prattling on here. Let's go back to the video.
You're all single because you don't find relationships early in school and then stick with them. You spend years sleeping around with no concern for commitment, and then now that you're out of college and you're working your email jobby job, you want a guy to approach you as you go about your daily routine and sweep you off your feet, whether it's in the coffee shop, whether it's at the gym, the grocery store, or wherever. Like that's what they want.
Yep.
And what's so funny to me is that there's actually, I've seen a lot of comments. Some women will even tell me like they do get approached. They've been approached in public and whatnot. But they then admit it never went anywhere. It never goes anywhere. They didn't date the guy. They didn't follow up with him. They didn't take him seriously. They didn't give him the real number. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that.
Because he's not in their range of the expectation. Like he's not 7 and above or 8 and above. That's why.
Because so many of these women will paint, or they'll say that when a guy comes up to you and starts a conversation out of nothing, and he's just they paint it as very like confident behavior. They're like, wow, that's so confident. But when a guy actually does it, it comes off as like kind of antisocial. It's a little bit off-putting. It's kind of weird. Unless you're like an expert at it or you're super out of her league, that's the feeling she's going to get. She's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's going to feel a little bit weird.
Yeah, that's such their mindset's all fucked. Women's mindset are fucked nowadays, man. It's so weird. Like me, when I go around places to either pay my bills or to buy something or get groceries, I just want to go from A to B to C, which is A for my home, B to the places to do my stuff, and then C back home. A, B, C. That's pretty much what I do, and I'm pretty sure what most men do as well. A, B, C. Home, out there get stuff, or go to work, and then that's B, and then C is home. A, B, C. Like, I don't go out there to fucking impress anybody or try to make it look like I'm a stoic, antisocial dude. I just want to get everything done as quickly as I can so I can get back home, go relax. You know, watch some YouTube, watch friggin' Netflix or fucking what's the other one called? Or Amazon Prime or fucking some show on the internet, or fucking play some game. That's pretty much all I want to do after work. You know, get back home and all this shit. That's all I want to do. Anyways, back to the video.
Because we've all got that ingrained in us, right? Stranger danger. Stranger danger. So it's just like, it doesn't always go well. Oh, I've never spoke to you. I've never met you before. Oh, hi, random guy who is like a little bit nervous and is like kind of, is nervous and doesn't really know what to say and is like directly approaching me saying, hey, I saw you from over there. I wanted to come up. You're beautiful. Like that direct approach doesn't really go well. They'll describe you as nice. Like, oh yeah, he was nice. Maybe a little bit socially awkward or strange, but I'm not going to see him again. I'm not going to see him. I'm not going to go on a date with him. So when it actually happens, it hits them as weird.
Yep.
Or like kind of off-putting.
Yeah, that's why I say it's not worth it I found it's not worth it to go do the thing where the cold approach, the thing where you let them know in subtle hints, like like flirting almost and other shit like that, saying you like him, you're interested in whatnot. Whether it's direct or indirect or slow direct or whatever, all that fucking crap. Unless you're a fucking guy, like I myself, like I said, I'm a 4 on the attractiveness scale from 1 to 10. I'm a 4. on most days, unless I wear fancy clothes and slick my hair back, shit like that. Like slick my hair back, wear really fancy clothes, and then I'll be a 5 maybe. Yeah. But I'm a chubby guy, so that's why I'm a 4 as well, because I'm a chubby guy. And my face is nothing special. I'd say it's a 4. I'm not like hideously ugly like Marva for fucking Sin City. But it's okay. It's a face. Yeah. So for most men like me and whatnot, it's just not worth it, because you also got stuff too where if you're not handsome enough on there on the scale that they're looking for, which is usually 7 and up, but now reading a lot of stuff and researching, it's now 8 and up now. So yeah, it's definitely not worth for a lot of men, especially men who are mid, like mid and below mid. I'm below mid, and mid men, so which are 5 on the trigger scale. I'm low. I'm below mid, which is 4. So it's not really worth for us to do kind of stuff like that, cold approach or indirect approach or slow approach to women. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Any other guy who's like maybe a 6, 7, or whatever, 8, go ahead. You got the looks, go for it, man. You have a better chance than us, anyways. So yeah. Anyways, back to video.
Unless, again, you're really good at it, which is rare, or you're unbelievably out of our league. If none of those things, it's not gonna go great.
Yep. It's not gonna go great. Ah, fuck. Based in Greg Pill. Shut up. Fuck you. Let's check this out.
Satan makes fake starting beep sound. That was funny. Sorry for laughing. Hi YouTube, welcome back in hell. My name is Cypress, and today we're gonna take
That guy. Beep, 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 beep.
That was funny. Sorry for laughing. Hi YouTube, welcome back in hell. My name is Cypress, and today we're gonna take a look at the subreddit r/found Satan. Electrician here. When installing new sensor lights into the office bathrooms, I deliberately set the timer to a low setting, get back to your desk, and do some actual work. What? But maybe they really needed to pee, man. Maybe they're not lying. Just wave an arm to activate the light again, or I'll just poop in the dark. Do not underestimate my resolve. I will win this exactly. If I need to go, I would just go. Revenge on neighbors. You're worried about their pretty little lawns, which, by the way, my dog does not potty on, literally just steps on or sniffs. Well, we have a big field behind our house with dandelions and have collected a jar full of dandelion seed. Wouldn't it be a shame a few weeks from now when their perfect lawns are suddenly covered in dandelions? Freeze beef bouillon in a ice cube tray, toss a couple of cubes into the lawn when nobody's looking, wait a few days, then do it again and again. The cubes will melt into the grass, your neighbor will have a beef-scented lawn. Every dog, opossum, raccoon, and skunk in the neighborhood will think there's food around here somewhere. Maybe I'll find it if I dig a bigger hole. The lawn will be shredded by the end of summer. Oh my god! How do you even think of this? How do you even come up with a plan like this? Jesus, that's diabolical. I bow to you. I wonder though, what did these neighbors do? Oh wait, I guess they think their dog
I'm definitely gonna remember that one. I'm gonna try that out actually.
did the potty on their lawn, but he didn't, I guess. And they're being a bitch about it, probably. This used to be dope. Oh yeah, those strips. I forgot those existed. Cut them into circles and replace your mate's contact lenses. No! A prank gone wrong, or an evil genius in the making? I grounded my kid and this was his response. Well, good luck, have fun with sorting my kid and this.
I go to my kid this one. You don't know which goes on which. Fuck. Wait, what is what?
Was his response. Well, good luck, have fun with sorting that out. Wait, how to leave a tip like a boss. No! Why would you even do out? Wait, how to leave a tip like
$1. So here you go. Here's a good tip. And when they pick it up, it's fuck
Like
all.
a boss.
No! Why would you even do this? I don't get it. Why would you do that?
Fine, you cannot leave a big tip or whatever, but why would you pretend like you're leaving a big tip? Like, I don't get that part, you Satan. So my roommate is sleeping beside me on a different bed, and he's spooked as right now because I'm secretly playing ghost sounds from the speaker under my table. 2 minutes ago, he started like praying to Jesus and Allah or something.
Spooked as fuck.
Should I stop? Yes! You
No,
probably
keep going.
should! The
Keep
poor
going.
guy! You're already that far that he's starting to f***ing pray, man.
is
This
funny.
is like my nightmare. I mean, I guess it's not really a nightmare because I guess you should be happy that it's fake. But yeah, please release the guy from his misery. Release him before he goes crazy. All homes have this invisible person. Oh, you didn't put the lid.
What?
He goes crazy. All homes have this invisible person.
Yeah. You just put it on, but you don't close it.
Oh, you didn't put the lid back on correctly.
Oh, the card. No.
Oh, I get it. Oh, we're blaming all of the shit that we do ourselves with this invisible person, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna say
When they say, I don't know who did that. It wasn't me.
that next time. It wasn't me, it was the invisible person. It literally wasn't me. It can't be me. It can't be me.
Oh, the Legos. Oh, the fuck was that?
Oh my god!
I don't know what that was.
In fridge, sometimes my fridge is still like a little bit open like that. I'm like, how is it possible? I swear I closed it. I literally closed it. I was looking at it while I was closing it. It has to be the invisible person. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh. He's just putting it all around. That's one way to drive your girlfriend mad, is just do shit like that. Oh.
I'm gonna blame every single thing that I do wrong on the invisible person now. Sometimes at the park. If you wear a falconry glove to the park and frantically look around the sky, everyone with a small dog will leave. The teacher is psychotic. Insert keys to an exam that my students are taking right now. What? I would be so confused if I did this. If I was this student, I would be like, no, I am definitely doing something wrong. There is no way. There's no way that every answer is the same or that there's a pattern like this. I would probably just change my answer because I feel like this is just impossible. It can't be that. Warning, Satan inside. Yes, there's a chihuahua in this car. No, he doesn't want you to save him. He has a heating pad, water, his toys, and the demons which possess him to keep him company. If you try to save him, he will bite you so hard your great-grandchildren will feel it. His evil will keep him warm. You have been warned. It looks like that too, man.
He's
Okay.
evil.
Yeah, I will leave Satan there. I'm not gonna touch him. No worries. You good. Pure evil professor. I am dying to know what Jerry and Robbie did to invoke the wrath of the professor. Sit quietly at your desk for a few minutes. Get up, say that was easy, and turn in your quiz. Do not say anything to Jerry and Robbie. What? Jerry and Robbie, what have you done? Bros before hosts. My roommate came with his girlfriend. They are just in bed chatting. It's 2 hours now. I suspect they want to sin. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I will do the same. It is also my room. If you want to commit a sin, then go commit your sin somewhere else. But let me chill in my room. What is this? Brush your face against a glass surface. Snap a picture. Print it out. And tape it inside a large jar. Place the jar in the office fridge. Oh, someone is gonna die of a heart attack. I would die of a heart attack if I opened the fridge and saw that. Someone says keep doing this until people get numb to it. And one day, put the real thing in there. That explains why nobody is concerned about the severed head in the freezer. Gaslighting at its finest.
It looked all blurred.
Say again?
All of it looks blurred.
That'll happen.
All the way from the green all the way up to the top.
Yep, okay. So what I want you to do is, can you read this line right here?
The third one, Or the fourth?
Try and read.
The L.
Oh,
Okay, which stick? Cause it's, you got two.
Say that again.
You which stick? Cause it was you got two. Oh my god.
2 sticks. He's pulling her.
Oh my god. So scared.
I would cry.
Oh my god.
I would cry if I thought I saw 2 sticks because I'm like, my eyes are dying. She is shocked. What?
I wouldn't even worry about it though. It's you never have that much put in one, bag. Just take
Oh
that
my god.
blurring the ghosting, and
It was 2 sticks.
look like 2 sticks. Like it put in 2
Blue light.
double from far away. Yeah. So, okay, which one of these lines is the easiest one for you to read?
Oh my god. Am I tripping now? You look like you got on 2 ties and 2 belts.
Okay.
And 2 tablets.
Okay.
When did he do that? Wait, I wasn't paying attention. When did he do that?
This thing.
She's freaking.
45
I
minutes.
can't believe
Okay.
this.
So you just relax, and I'll be right back in a moment. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just
I
fucking
was
around.
waiting for the guy to come back with his 2 wins.
If you could permanently change the price of something to $1, what would it be?
It costs nothing to be nice. Womp womp. Now it costs $1.
Years ago, my mother-in-law began reading The Exorcist. She said it was the most evil book she ever read. So evil, in fact, she couldn't finish it. Took it over to the beach and threw it into the ocean off a fishing pier. I went and bought another copy, ran the faucet over and left it in the night table's drawer by her bed. My father-in-law said that night was the first time she ever screamed and fainted. I'm going to hell now, go laughing. Fainted, no! I don't know how people dare to do jokes like this. I just keep on thinking, I'm just like super scared that I will do a joke like this and this would happen, that someone would faint. I would feel so bad about it. I
That'd
don't
be
know why I'm
awesome.
a demon.
That'd be so fucking funny, man.
The bedroom door says men from the outside, but from the inside says women, spelled backwards, so you think you were in the wrong bathroom. But if
Nice.
you would look behind you, you would see urinoir. Wait, is that urinoir in English? I don't remember anymore suddenly. Oh yeah, urinal. I keep forgetting this word, man. But what I wanted to say was, you would see the urinal, so you will know that that was a joke, I hope, I think. But I guess you will have like mini heart attack for like 1 second. The devil sells wheat to her son. Back in the day, I would sometimes dress up like a teenage boy named Tyler and sell my son weed. I would always have to rush home and change back into my mom clothes before my son arrived. I'd scream at him all night for buying weed. Then I would confiscate it and sell it right back to him the next. Please don't be real, because why the f would you do that? Like, what's the reason you would do that? This
That is
makes
funny, man.
absolutely no sense to me. First of all, why would you do that? And second of all, how the f do you not recognize your mom? I think if my mom would dress up like a teenage boy, I would immediately recognize her. There's like no way she can hide her mom face from me, okay? There's no way. Unless, I guess she would wear those, I don't know what it's called, but what they sometimes use on TV, those masks that...
Yeah, she either took all her makeup and wore glasses, maybe even something on her mouth or like I don't know, face, like a face mask or something anyways to cover her face. Then she just changed her voice. Unless her son's really that stupid, yeah.
look kind of real, that you have a completely different face, I guess then it would make sense. But if not, this makes absolutely no sense. Satan makes fake starting beep sound.
Oh yeah.
It was funny. Sorry for laughing. I want to record an audiobook that's 8 hours of breathing and page turning. Then just, oh, you mean out loud right at the end?
What the hell?
That would be funny, but at the same time, who the f would actually listen 8 hours of just breathing and page turning?
A woman on the train kept staring at me, and after about 25 minutes, she was like, "I'm sorry, but you look like my high school boyfriend who passed away." And without missing a beat, I was like, "Amanda?" And she was like, "My name's Rachel."
But imagine if I guessed her name right.
Yeah.
That would be funny, Brendan. That would have been funny. Like, the door slightly open for people. Wow, thank you, sir. You're a bugler, but you only steal things to slightly inconvenience your victims. What are you stealing? Nothing. I'll leave evidence of a break-in, but I will take nothing from the house. They will believe something was stolen, and it will drive them insane, trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah.
Daughter doesn't want it. Freaks her out. I want to get back my money. Best offer. Why the f do you have that? Ugh. I'll give you $100 to tell her it's sold. Hide it in the attic for 2 weeks. Take it out and put it back in her room while she's sleeping.
She'll
So
freak out.
many evil people on this subreddit, man. People just want people to get a fucking heart attack in here. Asking a stranger, can you make sure nobody takes my bag, while pointing to someone else's bag. A woman that can cause drama and stop a wedding on Saturday is needed. Payment is 2K. Make it 3K and I will bring 2 kids that resemble the groom. How are you gonna find those? How is she so sure she will find 2 kids that resemble the groom? I died twice that night. When I was 15, I had a huge crush on the prettiest girl in my class. Then we went to school camp together and she was all flirty and stuff. Tension was high. We were hanging out at each other's room and she often sat on my lap. One evening, when most people were sleeping or hanging out in another room, she took me by the hand, as seductive as possible, and pulled me in the bathroom. Ooh. Shit was about to happen. Then she pulled out a spoon and said, "Your dad." Silly me forgot about the camp game we had going, where you pick cards with a location, a name, and an object with which you have to kill that person at the picked location. No! I actually feel bad for this one, man. He had a crush on her, but like the only reason why she was hanging out was because of the freaking game. I feel bad for you. Man decided he wants to
Jeez.
get divorced.
It's drawing. Huh. Oh, all over marbled floors.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
She's pissed. Yeah.
Honestly, look at this mess.
Oh.
Cannot be mad that she's mad, but I'm sure you guys can find something to.
Pretty much it's just a fucking floor. Yeah, it's, marble. I know people always forget my marble floor. Fuck your marble floor.
Remove it. I'm sure there is something. I hope. Man crossed many lines that day. I don't know why you would want to do this. Like, it's not even a prank. You're just doing something to annoy her, right?
Yeah.
It's not even a prank. I don't know why you would do this. And then you have to clean everything too. For a little bunch.
Why she was saying stuff all the time like, oh, make sure you wear your slippers around the house. I don't want no foot marks on my floor. Oh, make sure not to spill anything on the floor and all that other crap on the floor. I don't know. So he got tired of it and did that.
Blow up dolls with helium and release them and watch these people lose their minds thinking they missed the rapture. If you could telepathically say something that all 7.8 billion people on Earth could hear at once, what would it be? Act out a conversation between 2 people talking about shutting down the simulation, then freak out about the accidentally broadcasting the conversation in the simulation. My kids are very addicted to mobiles and used to play games all the time, so I changed the wallpaper. How are your kids addicted to mobiles? They look like they're no older than 3 years old. That's on you. Why are you giving them your mobile phone and your iPad or your tablet? That's on you. They're so fucking young. These kids are gonna have nightmares for years. Kids' party surprise doesn't go as planned. Oh god. Wait, are they really terrified? Why does he continue? When a dad booked a T-Rex to appear at his son's party, he wasn't prepared for the carnage the diner would cause. Why doesn't he stop? He just keeps going. As the children started to panic, the adults did their best to calm them down while holding in their laughter. Oh god, these poor kids are gonna be traumatized, man. The downstairs neighbors just installed a stripper pole. Hook a car battery to it.
Yes, I know, you too.
Lord, what the f? The passer through walls. Sculpture in Paris catacombs. Some French guy, you know what would be f***ed up to see in the catacombs? How do you come up with this shit? Exactly, as if the place isn't terrifying enough yet to put in this sculpture in it too. Thanks!
Fun fact, crows can talk just like parrots do. It requires a process called freeing their tongue, don't ask. But yes, I want to train a flock of them to say run and release them onto a hiking trail. I want to ask, how many nightmares do you want to give people? I love crows though. My kid got invited to a birthday party and I don't like the kid's mom, so I bought a musical instrument set that includes a drum, a recorder, and a harmonica. I'll see you in hell, Bethany.
What did Bethany do?
Got no kids? Hire a babysitter anyway. Say your kid is asleep upstairs and must not be disturbed. Then upon your return, ask where your child is. But the joke's on you though, because now you need to pay her for watching no one? But I guess at the same time, you're paying for her reaction. And maybe that's worth it to you, I guess. Would not be worth it to me, but you do you. You do you.
Parents used to tell my brother and I that we had another brother who turned into a mushroom from not taking a bath. Even added him to the family album. That's a creative way to let your kids shower.
Someone should make a haunted house where it's not that scary and the props look poorly made, but the exit is fake and the real haunted house begins when you think you've left it. I just want to say that I'm a huge fan. I am a huge fan too. I would love to go to a haunted mansion like that.
What?
A single man once booked every other seat in cinema to split up couples on Valentine's Day. Damn, how bitter do you have to be for that, you Satan?
But this is such a waste of money though. My smart ass of a
Money well spent.
brother told me he was coming home for Christmas as a surprise, and I have been so stressed keeping it secret. Then he shows up and I look around waiting for the big reaction. He had told everyone he was coming, but they keep it a secret from everyone else. There's a shark statue at the bottom of the lake of Neuchâtel in Switzerland. It's not just a statue of a shark, it's like the most creepiest shark statue.
Fucking see, I think.
To make it really creepy. On an extra pair of boots at the work site, so I decided to give my boss a heart.
Hi, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please don't forget
The
to
boss?
give a like to the
Fuck.
video and subscribe to my channel.
I'll give it a
I
like.
also stream live on Twitch and on YouTube. So follow me on Twitch or just turn on the notification bell on YouTube to know when I go live. I hope to see you there. Bye!
Okay. The time has come.
Just started an unnecessary argument with my husband. Why did you do that? Were you bored? Were you projecting guilt? Do you even like your husband? Completely forgot I need to borrow money from him tonight.
Okay, here's what you need to know about women is that deep down in their heart of hearts, women are terrified by how powerless they are. They are the physically weaker gender. They do not have the same innate masculine drive that men do to build, create, lead, explore. Biologically and historically, women have played a more supportive role, but that can be frightening to feel so powerless. And so women are constantly scanning their lives for some evidence that they have control over their own circumstances. They want to know that they do have some power, and typically the evidence they're searching for is their ability to impact a man. Women view men as inherently powerful. They see men as the strong ones, the builders, the creators. And so the feminine psyche thinks like this. Man is exerting power over reality, so if I, a woman, exert some power over a man, that is proof that I can indirectly have some control over reality. That is a huge oversimplification and generalization. There are a million caveats and exceptions, but the basic principle here is that men work on life and women work on men. Now, for some women, it looks like this.
The 3 rules that I always follow as a girlfriend is always make sure that he's empty, never talk back, and make sure the house is completely clean before he gets home. And I have a happy life. It's that simple.
Many women make themselves feel powerful by seeing how they can impact a man in a positive way, making him happy and content, whether they are a submissive trad wife or a genuinely supportive egalitarian partner in a more modern arrangement. It is a trait of a high-quality woman if she feels powerful when she is improving a man's life. A low-quality woman is the exact opposite. She feels powerful based on how miserable she can make a man. That's why she starts arguments. That's why she insults him, gaslights him, criticizes, nags. Seeing the man in distress and knowing that she was powerful enough to cause that is what makes her feel in control. I have made his life so difficult. Look how much power I have. It's when she feels irrelevant to her man's mood, that's when she starts to panic. The feeling of powerlessness overwhelms her. When she feels like she makes no impact on the man, that's when she feels terrified. But it is also why the best revenge that you can take on a woman who has wronged you is to not get all angry and stoop down to her level. That's just demonstrating how much power she has over you. No, the best response is to ignore her, to focus on yourself and just be happy. Nothing infuriates.
Yeah. So remember that. Ignore her, focus on yourself, and just be happy. Be happy with things to do. If you like freaking lounge around after work, watching a game on TV, watching whatever on YouTube, or even just playing some Xbox or PlayStation or even PC, whatever. That's what you like doing. That's what you like doing. That's you. Be happy. Or if you do other stuff, if you like going to the gym, go out for a bike ride, whatever. Just do whatever you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Focus on yourself. Ignore her, especially if she's gonna be a bitch. I'm not saying completely ignore her all the time. If you have a girlfriend, don't ignore her completely all the time. To be fair for her, if she's doing a lot of nice things for you, if she's making sure your house is clean, making sure you have a meal ready when you get home, your supper, your lunch, your breakfast, she's doing these nice things for you, then you could put some focus on her, which is appreciate her, get her nice things, do the deed as they call it. The old hanky panky in the bedroom, make her feel that she's appreciated, that she's loved. But if she's a bitch, then go ahead, ignore her. And then if she's too much of a bitch, then just dump her. You don't have to focus on that kind of negative stuff. If she's too much like that, then just focus on yourself, be happy, dump her ass. But if she's not a bitch and she does stuff for you, that warrants your focus, then show appreciation to her, love her and stuff. Yeah, a lot of Western women are not really worth that, and that we know why too, because of feminism. But there are some women I've seen that choose to make their men happy and all stuff, just like what he was saying. They watch after their house. They make sure their meals are ready for them. They do the laundry, and then and they rarely say no to sex whenever the man's ready to go. Only if they if they're on their period or if they're really sick, then yeah.
Those types of women more than seeing a man do his own thing, be happy without her. That's not what she wants. She wanted his enjoyment of life to be dependent on her. Otherwise, she feels powerless and out of control. But there are a couple of other key reasons why a man's happiness can infuriate a woman, and I'm going to explain them. But first, I want to remind everyone that our brains are hardwired to achieve maximum results for minimum effort. Unfortunately, most good things in life require a lot of money, time, and hassle to acquire. But lucky for you, youthful, healthy skin is an exception, thanks to my friends at Tiege Hanley. These guys have made it their mission to deliver high-quality skincare products at an affordable price. With the United States, they will deliver directly to your door for free. And since Tiege gifts that you can choose from is, and again, it's complete. You can find, but if you want the best, link in the description box. Okay, what are the other reasons why a man's independent happiness would infuriate a woman? Well, one reason is because by contrast, it highlights her own unhappiness. If you, as a man, are able to be content in yourself, to take pleasure in your own company, to generate your own happiness, then by comparison, it makes her look weak and vulnerable because she is desperately reliant upon you for her positive emotions. And it also offends the core belief that so many women seem to have that men, by default, have no right to their own happiness. Men exist to serve women. And so to focus on themselves, that's a mortal sin.
Apparently, there are a lot of men out there that are just done with being used, that all they're doing is working, chilling, and maybe ignoring people. It's kind of messed up.
Men just...
It's kind of messed up. For you, yeah, and for women that want validation and all that stuff and other stuff from men, yeah. For us, they're doing that. They're just working and chilling after work and whatever and doing other things. That's okay for us. We're fine with that. It's no problem for us.
just doing their own thing. That's kind of messed up. See, a lot of guys don't understand why that would upset women so much. I'm just over here minding my own business, just doing my hobbies, spending time with my own friends, living my life, being happy. What's the issue? The issue is that you are breaking the unspoken cultural agreement that a man's life is justified only by how much he is helping women. If that contract breaks down and men start living for themselves instead of serving the feminine, that's a nightmare scenario for these women. But you don't see much of that fear right now. Instead, you've got many women who act smug and cocky. They feel safe at the moment, but that's because they feel like they've got men wrapped around their little finger. They have successfully beaten men into servitude. The proof of this are the millions of men who genuinely, sincerely believe that their purpose in life is to make women comfortable. But if men ever break free from that mental slavery, then it would leave women vulnerable. They would come face to face with their own internal feelings of powerlessness, and that would terrify them. And this is why women require sacrifice after sacrifice. Proof that the man in her life knows that it is his role to serve her, that he has no intention of living for his own happiness. She needs those sacrifices so that she can feel safe.
What's the lowest amount of money a man should spend on a wedding ring for you guys?
500 grand, okay? We need a rock on this finger. A rock, you hear that? I don't care if you're broke as take your mama's life savings, take your life savings, take your grandma's life savings, and get me a rock.
There is no price limit. Whatever the I pick out, you're buying.
Period.
It seems crazy to think about, but genuinely.
Absolutely disgusting. Ugh. The fucking entitlement. Like, ugh.
There are lots of women out there who feel like it is a personal slight against them when their boyfriend or husband spends time with his own friends, spends money on himself. She feels insulted if he is happy without her because she does not view him as a human being in his own right, but just as an extension of herself. And this explains why so many women are vicious about their ex-boyfriends. How dare he find happiness without me? Know this, that if you've been in a nasty breakup with a woman, the very best revenge that you can take is just to be happy, to just move on. Find happiness by yourself or with another woman. She wants you to be miserable without her so that you're begging for her to come back because that makes her feel powerful. To see you move on, to not need her, that makes her feel extremely insecure. She begins to think, maybe this was my fault. Maybe I'm the issue. Maybe I'm flawed and weak and have no control over my circumstances.
Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like facing any kind of responsibilities, any kind of consequences for their actions and choices. That's what feminism has done to a lot of women, I think. That's what I believe. Anyways, what I've seen so far from studying and researching.
But of course, that thought is deep down. She is rarely consciously aware of.
Oh, and also my own life experiences as well.
Of it. On the surface, you don't see the fear, you just see the hatred and the vitriol. The man that she supposedly loved and cared for while they were in a relationship, as soon as he moves on and he no longer wants her, he is transformed into the most evil and terrible person in the entire world. It is so rare for a woman to say, We broke up, but he is an amazing guy. I just wasn't able to make him happy. But I am so pleased for him. I'm glad that he's moved on. I'm glad that he's found his own happiness. That is not what you typically hear from women. Watch these interviews and compare how men and women talk so differently about their exes.
Yeah. If you could say one thing to your ex, what would it be?
Fuck you, I know you were talking to her while we were still together. I know that was too soon after we broke up. Fuck you.
I hope you're doing all right, you know? I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing okay.
You're an immature piece of shit, and your mom is even worse than you are.
Oh,
and you have a lot of growing up to do, and don't cheat on girls.
Attacking his mother. I bet his mother probably vetted her. His mother knew there was something wrong with her. That's why they never got along.
That's not nice.
I hope you get shot in the Navy.
Go fuck yourself.
I wouldn't be mean or disrespectful to her. I'll just be like, how you doing, you know? Yeah. I'm not gonna be no disrespectful, rude ass man, you know?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
See the entitlement? The they could do no wrong attitude? It's always the man's fault? Huh. Damn. Yep.
Fuck you.
The time that I told you that I was lying about faking it every time, I was lying. And your dick is so small.
I appreciate you. Thank you for everything. I mean, it sucks that it didn't work out, you know. We were at two different points in our life. I mean, that's just what it comes down to.
I hope you still think about eating my ass when you're with those new girlies.
Fuck you, have fun.
The hell? What the hell? Okay. Huh.
Pissing in your bed.
I'd say hello. I hope.
Fuck you, have fun pissing in your bed.
I'd say hello. I hope you are doing well, and I hope your family's doing well, and I'm happy for whatever's going your way.
Suck a dick, bitch.
I really, really want you guys to understand why women feel like they have been personally betrayed. I really want you guys to understand what is the source of women's hate in these circumstances. Why does she feel so personally attacked and aggrieved? Having the man under her control was her link to reality, to feeling powerful, and he took that away from her. He's fine. He's a man. He's able to shape his circumstances however he wants because he's powerful, but she is abandoned to the chaos of life and she's feeling out of control, and that is unforgivable that he left her in that situation.
That makes sense.
And so there is no wishes of goodwill from her. She hates him. And in case you think that these street interviews are too anecdotal, they lack hard data, then let's have a look at some research. From Psychology Today, who views their ex-partners more positively, men or women? In 3 separate studies, they surveyed a total of over 800 participants, asking them about their attitudes towards their ex. The participants rated a series of statements about their ex. My ex-partner has many positive traits. I avoid touching my ex-partner. When I think about my ex-partner, I get angry. The researchers used these ratings to arrive at an average score representing how positively people felt towards their ex-partners. All 3 studies showed that, on average, men had more positive views of their exes than women did. It comes down to this. I am a woman, he is a man, so he should not find happiness without me. Which is why I said, if a woman has wronged you and you want to take revenge, just be happy. That's gonna get back at her way worse than anything else you're imagining. Move on, be happy, enjoy life. She will hate you for it. Now, I know a portion of my audience wants more depth. They want to take this theory and know how to apply it practically. You can probably track inside your own relationship that occasionally your wife or girlfriend makes herself feel powerful by improving your life, by contributing towards it. But there are also times when she finds that sense of power by criticizing you, by putting you down. So the question becomes, how do you redirect her away from the negative source of feeling powerful towards the more positive expression? This is an absolutely essential relationship skill, and it's what I'm going to talk about for the rest of this video. If you'd like to keep watching, then come on over to Patreon. What I post here on YouTube, these are just the shortened abridged versions of my videos. The full-length versions are available on Patreon. Typically, the formula is that on YouTube, it's quite negative, it's quite theory-based, but for that portion of my audience who wants to understand this in depth and know how to practically implement these theories to improve their relationships, that stuff is covered on Patreon. I hope you'll come and join me.
Okay.
You know what I'm so tired of hearing? Society is so hard on women.
women are not good enough. Women need the BBL. Women need to get lip injections. Women need boob jobs because society tells us that's what we need and we're never good enough. Who tells you that? Who tells you that in society, on social media? It's not men that tell you that. In fact, most of them don't even want it. Who tells you that? It's that tell you that. So for all the women who say that women have it hard, that's total BS. We don't have it that hard. Actually, I venture to say that men have it a little bit harder, maybe more than a little bit. We are held to our own standards by our own gender.
Absolutely. So many women treat like societal expectations as though they are binding laws. Like they must be obeyed, otherwise they're going to get like punished. And from that, it follows that they're somehow victims. I have it so tough because I see all these other women with cosmetic surgeries and expensive makeup and latest fashion trends. And so now I have to have those same things too. That's so unfair. All these expectations on me. I'm a woman and this is outrageous. I'm oppressed. As a man watching this, you're looking at it and thinking, what the fuck? This makes no sense. Nobody is making you do anything. Men don't think this way. Like there's a bunch of guys out there who are sporting some stylish beards, and a man might see one and think, maybe I'll grow my beard out, or no, maybe I'll keep shaving. But it's my choice, and I'm gonna take personal accountability for whatever decision I make. Like it's always clear who is responsible for my choices. But so many women seem to be confused by the fact that them conforming to the latest fashion trends is their choice. The reason why they're confused is because it is inconceivable to women that they actually exist, that they are their own separate, distinct, individual person. To so many women, that is a completely radical idea, that they are autonomous, that they have personal accountability. But the truth is that that self-ownership, that personal responsibility, that is a masculine trait. It comes easier to men. Men are leaders, visionaries, idealists. They're pioneers and adventurers and explorers. Back in the day, survival pressures pushed men into developing these instincts because they were responsible for the safety of their family, for the safety of the tribe. And sexual selection meant that women would only mate with the top men, and so it incentivized men to become risk takers, to try and be different, to stand out, to be better than others. When you're born a male, you know inside yourself that you have to be your own man. Remember, historically speaking, only 2 out of 5 men ever reproduced. So you have to take a chance and be your own person if you want to have a shot at making it to that top 40%. But for women, the number is different. It's 4 out of 5 women that reproduced. And when your chances of evolutionary success just start at a baseline of 80%, well then of course you don't need to take as many risks. It's a lot safer for you to just fit in with the crowd, to conform. Women never had the same evolutionary pressure to stand out, to be distinct. Femininity developed in a different way. It's all about the social bonds, keeping the peace, looking after children, cooperating with other women. The existence of a clearly defined, separate self who shares no commonality with the women around them. That is a terrifying experience for most women. They hate it. It's not natural. They don't have that burning desire like men do to be their own person. That's why you see more and more videos like this.
I just paid 3 bills just now with my own debit card. Like the independent black woman I don't want to be.
I don't want to be INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? That means independent, motherfucker. I don't want to be independent anymore.
You know, I don't want to be a strong, independent woman. I think we have enough strong, independent women.
I don't want to be an independent woman anymore.
I quit at being independent. I don't want to do this shit no more. This shit is draining.
Now remember, if this stuff takes off more and more, in 10 years or so, you know, like within 10 years, I guess, if more and more of these women come forward and they start looking for men, remember, if you come across a beautiful woman, just remember, she's going to have a high body count. A lot of dudes have been in there, and she's done God knows what with other dudes, so it's like buying a fucking used car from that had a bunch of different kind of homeless people and drug addicts in it. You know, like you never know if you're gonna sit on a broken off needle in the seat, or if you're touching gross stuff. Like, ugh. Yeah, I mean, if you're all for it, go ahead, man. Like, if you're a degenerate, go for it. But any self-respecting man with dignity would never do that. Would never go for one of these women. Like I said, like I've always said, the more beautiful the woman is, the crazier she is, and that means the higher body count that she'll likely have. So, in my opinion, don't do it, man. Don't do it. But if you're a glutton for punishment and other shit, then yeah, go ahead.
You know, have dinner ready for your husbands when they got home from work. That is all I want.
I want to be independent anymore.
It's so amusing to me to watch all the propaganda just fall away and for reality, biological reality, to just assert itself. I know that it's not politically correct to say this and that it goes against the mainstream narrative, but there are lots of women out there who are simply waiting for someone to tell them what to do. That's their goal, that's their mission, to find someone who can tell them what to do. Do you understand how important that difference is? Like, I'm not saying they're looking for something to do. I'm saying they're looking for someone to tell them what to do. Of course, I'm speaking in generalizations. Not all women. Some women want to be leaders. Some high-quality women are wonderful at taking responsibility. I'm talking about a trend. I'm saying that the primary strength of femininity is not freedom, independence, autonomy. Unlike men, those are not usually at the top of a list of a woman's priorities. Many women would prefer to stay in the background. They don't want to lead from the front. She wants to contribute her unique feminine skills and talents in a supportive role under the guidance of someone else. And in this video, I'm going to make the case that the best person to guide a woman is a man, because when women lead each other, it ends in disaster. But first, you guys know that I've been talking all month about weight loss. You can see the journey that I've been on with my before and after picture here. Well, I'm thrilled to have America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh, sponsoring today's video. Fellas, do not let recipe boredom stop you from reaching your health goals. With HelloFresh, you can choose from 30+ calorie smart and protein smart recipes every single week. They're packed with fresh ingredients, everything arrives pre-portioned, and it's extremely convenient, delivered right to your doorstep. As the seasons change, so do the menus, highlighting peak flavors and ingredients from every season. When you visit their website, you can see how simple their system is. It's easy to use and it makes your meal planning hassle-free. HelloFresh also lets you easily customize your delivery week to week. It's so simple to do things like adjust your delivery date or even skip a week if you're traveling. And best news of all, they are giving HelloFresh subscribers free breakfast for life. That means they can enjoy a totally free breakfast item with every HelloFresh delivery. Incredible. These guys are supporting my channel and you can support me too. You just have to click the link in my description or use my code and you'll get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while your subscription is active if you're inside the US. Outside of the US, a local discount will apply. Okay, back to my claim that women are best led by a man, not other women. You understand, from the perspective of evolution, men give women purpose and women give men purpose. They evolved in response to each other. In a very real sense, what we know and understand about femininity evolved specifically in reaction to what masculinity lacked and therefore needed. Men are strong, logical, ambitious, but if masculinity gets out of balance, then it turns toxic. It becomes rigid and close-minded and greedy. So it gets balanced out with some femininity. Women bring more emotional awareness, more focus on the present, kindness, which likewise in turn, if is not balanced out by masculinity, then the feminine turns toxic and becomes weak and chaotic. So if a woman is looking for someone to tell her what to do, it's better that it's a man, because he has a personal stake in her success. He is the beneficiary of her femininity. So in guiding her, there will be a clear and defined purpose, keeping both of them on track. But when women are guiding other women, there's no obvious end by which to judge success by. And so the whole thing very quickly becomes circular and toxic. Like the woman from the start of this video saying that women are pressuring each other to get like plastic surgeries, egging each other on. Why are they doing that? To what end? It's not for men. There's not this mass movement of men out there holding placards saying, "We hate natural tits. We want to feel plastic when we fondle you." Yeah, all of us men are so excited that you've undergone this cosmetic surgery that has put at risk your ability to breastfeed our future children. It's not men that's behind this, it's women. And you can see when women are guided by other women, things just get out of control very quickly. It spirals into chaos and nobody knows what they're doing or why they're doing it. Like, let's say the original purpose of getting fake tits is because they wanted to attract men. But then how do you account for all the women who are already inside relationships or already married who are still signing up for this surgery? Haven't they already succeeded? Haven't they already got their man? But no, you realize so much of this is just about keeping up with other women, wanting to be better than them, comparing yourself, being in competition with other women. Women should not be leading other women. It ends in disaster. If you don't believe me, well, why don't we ask women themselves? Check out this article, Why Women Don't Want a Female Boss. A 2013 Gallup study showed that while both genders prefer a male boss, sad enough, more women have this preference than men, 39% compared to 26%. Why don't we want to work for each other?
Yeah. Yeah.
Other. Many female former students and younger colleagues from across the country tell me horror stories of their experiences with women bosses upon entering the workforce. Instead of the mentoring they anticipate, they receive passive-aggressive put-downs and condescending remarks. As a result, these feminist-leaning young women regretfully admit that they now prefer to work for a man because their male superiors don't treat them that way and are more likely to promote them.
Yeah.
It sounds very progressive and modern, like women helping each other, women looking out for each other. It's very kumbaya. But it rarely works that way in real life because it ignores the biological reality of this situation, which is that single women are in competition with each other. If you haven't achieved your life goals yet, you're still not married, you still don't have children, then all the women around you are your competitors. And it's hard to genuinely want to support them when doing so, elevating them, may cost you opportunities yourself. This is why women can be so nasty to other women at much greater levels than men are. Do you remember the study back in 2016 where they looked at all like the misogynistic slurs that were being shared on Twitter, and they actually found that the majority of them were coming from women, not from men? You see statistics like this and it's difficult to swallow the mainstream narrative that it's men keeping women down when women are so vicious to each other.
Yeah.
So even though many women are looking for somebody to lead them, they need to be very cautious about taking advice from another woman because she might not have their best interests at heart. Observe.
What do you think the issue is with dating right now?
Men are pigs. Ditto, yeah.
I guarantee that girl in the pink, she was dumped recently by some bad boy who gave her the feels. And instead of taking accountability for her poor taste in men, the new line is, men are pigs. And did you see the hesitation from her friend? Because that wasn't going to be her answer, but she ends up agreeing with her friend. She gives in to that pressure to conform. Now think about this. If that second friend, the one who hesitated, if she was to meet some nice guy that evening, and then she goes to the girl in pink and she says, oh my God, I think I've met someone who could be like a really great boyfriend. He's so nice, he's so kind, he's so supportive. He really seems amazing. She tells her that. Do you think the girl in pink is going to be supportive? Absolutely not. She's on the all men are pigs train. The thought that her friend could find happiness with a man would be very threatening to her because then her friend would have achieved something that she was incapable of achieving. A lot of women have a bad case of misery wanting company. After a woman has been dumped, she doesn't want her female friends all happy and giddy inside healthy relationships. She wants all of them to break up with their boyfriends and then come over to her house and bitch and moan about how awful men are. If a single woman was going to trust another woman, adopt her values, listen to her advice, then it should be from a married woman. Because at least if you allow her to guide you, then you have a chance of becoming as happy as she is. You can trust her motives because she isn't in competition with you. In most cases though, your best option as a woman, if you're looking for somebody to lead you, is to find a high quality man, someone who treats you right, someone that you can form a team with, cooperate with. That's your best chance of happiness. For people who are deeply embedded in the culture war, gender versus gender narrative, they won't be able to understand that because they're only capable of seeing relationship dynamics in terms of power and exploitation. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a genuine expression of being teammates, of working together. A man without a woman lacks balance. A woman without a man lacks balance.
Yep.
To partner up, to be able to cooperate together, to utilize your strengths and to mitigate your weaknesses in partnership with another person is beautiful. It's what humanity was designed for. And given that, it makes sense that if a woman was seeking guidance from somebody, it should be her teammate, not her competitor. It's actually this tendency for women to not take personal accountability for their decisions that explains why women are so picky with men, explains their hypergamy, why they have so many icks, why they branch swing. A woman will probably never put as much thought into anything in her life as she does with regards to the man that she's going to end up with. Because for her life, for her happiness, so much rides on that decision. I'm going to spend the rest of this video explaining the female psychology behind this because it's fascinating, and once you understand it, you can use this information to your advantage in the dating market. It makes everything so much simpler, so much easier. If you want to keep watching this video, you can do that on Patreon right now. You can sign up and keep watching. What I post here on YouTube, these are just the shortened versions of my videos. If you would like access to the full-length versions of my videos, they're available on Patreon.
Nice.
Someone in my Patreon community.
Sure. All right. Well, I have to get back to building some PCs, so I'm gonna call it a night. But for now, I'm gonna take you over to let's see who's on the whoops. See who's on the Twitch. She's playing Dark Souls. Doom to Dark Ages. It's Fozy.
Maybe there's some over here.
That looks pretty cool.
It's on the other side. Oh, yeah.
Let's check this one out.
Once we deal damage to it. Oh, no. Straight up. Fuck. Oh, we can spam this shit, guys. Oh, my God. Fuck, using the Sturm skill saw got me hard. Oh, yeah, dog.
All right.
Yeah.
Taking over to the there.
We know our skill shots makes you so Savage Axe mode, right? Cutting onions in here and demons. Well, now I have to play. Did you just find my kick name? Did you? Oh, Beast. Wait, what? I thought it was Loop the Lude. Yeah, that's the one.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we have to heat it up first.
Hello.
Oh, Pasty George, how you doing? Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I appreciate you. How was your stream? I hope it was immaculate. And that you had a fantastic freaking time. What were you up to today? You were just chatting? A little chitty chat?
Yeah,
Fuck
just chatting, yeah.
Oh, we gotta get in there. We gotta get in there. Will we grab this ledge? Oh, yes, we will.
There you go.
Okay, that's different.
Fun, man.
Just chatting yet? Noise. Animals with the gift of sub to Pasty George. Why it keeps wanting to say pasty? Because I'm potato and I'm dyslexic. Apparently. Much freaking luck, Adamos. Thank you. It was good. Excellent. I might even tell you one day. Oh, what your kick name is? Oh,
that's
dude,
pretty cool.
The arsenal we have now is so fucking sensual. Like, we have so many different things to take on so many different situations when it comes to the demonic threats of insanity.
That's pretty cool. I gotta watch more, but I gotta go. But anyways,
just chops them right in half. Crap. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
I'll be on again tomorrow between 9 p.m. to whatever.
I don't know if I've gotten this much
until next time.
dopamine from a game for a hot minute.